Today on Great Conversations, joining us as host is John Yarmuth. He served 8 terms in the U.S. House of Representatives. He's also a writer and journalist. He's speaking with our guest, Congressman Jim Clyburn, author of The First 8, a personal history of the pioneering Black congressman who shaped a nation.
It's a thrill to be here tonight, and I get the honor of introducing Jim Clyburn, who is not only an icon, but who's also a dear friend. Jim Clyburn is in his 17th term in the House of Representatives, representing South Carolina's 6th Congressional District, which is Columbia, Charleston, and areas all around that. And he has been part of leadership for the last 20 years. First and foremost, he is a master at making life better, making congressional life better for everyone he serves with. Not only has he been a congressman for 17 terms, 34 years, but he is number 9. If you look at the title of the book, The First 8, he is number 9. The 9th Black congressman from South Carolina. And as we will discuss, there were 95 years intervening between the 8th and Jim's coming to Congress in 1992. And one other thing that's important in terms of today's discussion is that Jim Clyburn started off his career as a history teacher.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we are thrilled. This is not Jim's first trip to Louisville, and I hope it won't be his last, but we are thrilled to have Jim Clyburn tonight with us, the author of The First 8, a personal history of the pioneering Black congressman who shaped a nation. Welcome, Jim Clyburn.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Jim, now, everywhere I go these days, people ask me the same thing without fail. They say, "Are you happy not to be there?" So I'm going to ask you a different question. Are you happy to be there?
Well, I am happy to be there. In large measure because I think that people who have a good understanding of the foundations upon which our great country was built should have a role and should accept the role of trying to help this country continue its trek toward a more perfect union. We're not, thank you, we're not a perfect nation. We will never be perfect, but we should always be in pursuit of perfection. And our country today is at a crossroads. And those people who believe in that pursuit, I think, should not hesitate to make whatever contributions they can to that pursuit. And to be in the position I'm in today, I'm happy to be there. I'm not too sure another person occupying the seat would do as well.
I don't think there's any question about that. No, let's get right to the book, and we're going to talk later on in the discussion about some of the current issues we're facing. But I don't want to jump ahead to the epilogue, but I'm going to, because when you started this project, you had one notion of how it was going to go, and then you changed course.
Yes.
Explain how that happened.
Well, a lot of people are under the mistaken notion that I'm the first African American from South Carolina to serve in Congress. And you can understand why that is. And because my dad made me do current events every night before going to bed, after we did homework, we had to share with him a current event. So I grew up reading newspapers. We also had to do a Bible verse every morning before breakfast. So reading the Bible and reading the newspapers was a part of the ritual that I had. So I knew from that and my dad making me learn everything in the world about Robert Smalls, who he thought was the greatest man to ever live. I just knew so much about them. And I also knew that people would often come into my office and ask me about these 8 pictures up on my wall, the pictures of these 8 people. And one day I'm explaining who they were, and the person in the group says, "I thought you were the first." I said, "No, before I was first, there were 8.